You want to try and spin it positive?
Hell no.
Yep.
No. All right, man. We in the post. Getting ready to give it to you raw. We got time to play. So we just got out of the game. We saw.
Nah, they wasn't never in the game, boss.
Yeah, we just got to observe in the game, and yeah, obviously we got routed. But what I hate about times like this is a time where people got to be very serious about solutions. And see, during times like this, it's a lot of blame. And then sometimes people start getting stubborn where they trying to be right. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you try to come to me with that, I'm gonna have a major problem with you. I'm gonna blast you. I'm gonna just let you know right now. I'm not playing no games behind these Dallas Cowboys. I'm not in this trying to win. I'm not in this trying to be right against some old whack argument. I need real solutions, and that's what we go talk about today. For sure. And this stream is brought to you by BetUS. With BetUS, you can receive 150% bonus on your first deposits and 125% on your next two deposits up to $2,000. So, as we feeling blue, let me first hear from you, Coach. You had something you was kind of breaking down before we really went live.
Yeah. Hey.
Coach, where you at?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We got a weak mentality football team. That's what we talk about consistency. I mean, that's why we consistency. We come one week and we look good, then we come back and we look like we never been on a football field. That means we are weak mentally. That means that's a part of softness. And what we've been speaking about on this live screen the whole time is that we didn't come in this game and set a physical tone of football. We set a finesse tone of football, and once they got up on us, then we start playing scared, and we start playing scared and panicky. And this is what happened when you do that. You get blown out and get almost a 50 burger put on you at home, where the game was no doubt. But more than that, boss and A.M., Mike McCarthy left your quarterback out there to hang out to dry, to know that he's going to take all this pressure, and he could have protected him and pulled him for that, and he just left him out there to dry with something he knew wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
And
how you feeling?
Man, look, I'm pissed off. And I'm pissed off because I felt like what we witnessed today was a dummy mission. And it was a dummy mission because of a dummy decision by your head coach to spam the damn passing game. In a situation where the cards all pointed to have a commitment to running the ball, and he did not do it. After time that he has said, we got to get it 30 times a game.
Yep.
And he lied to us.
He lied to us. I mean, this game screamed. Run the ball.
Protect your defense.
Yep.
Protect your offensive line that's kind of patchwork right now while everybody gets healed up and healthy.
Right.
It all the signs pointed to it. Yet he was so gung-ho, and I think that's his problem. He outsmarts the game. He's trying so hard not to be predictable that he is coaching himself out of the damn game. You've seen what's worked at times this year, but for whatever reason, he's reluctant to do it. And guess what? The same energy we gave Dan Quinn upon his exit, after we got our ass busted against Green Bay, I need that same damn energy for Mike McCarthy, because at this point in time, what he is doing is sabotaging the team. If you don't want to be here, leave your hat, your keys, and your damn whistle on your desk and get your ass on. You talking about coming here and being a part of a winning culture? Damn it, what have you done for us lately? We can't even win a game at home? He needs to look down in his soul. Him and his coaching staff needs to look down in their soul this week and figure out what the hell they're going to do the rest of the season. Because if not, it's going to get worse, y'all. This ain't even the bottom. This is bad, but it ain't the bottom. It can get worse. And everybody who comes in here is going to try to do the same thing week in and week out. And they're going to bust our ass till we make them stop. Y'all got it, man.
So then with this super chat from Rodney, he dropped 20. He said, boss, A.M.P, coach, we got handed, but I'm upset with the GM and ownership that decided this is what season they wanted: chaos, no identity, physical offense. That's Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, McCarthy. So, I guess the appropriate person to start with would be Mike. And my problem is, and I said this last week, his lack of balance. And I really did expect him to show more balance in his play calling this week. Because a lot of people, they misunderstanding us. They thinking we just want to feed, in their opinion, they thinking that we saying feed a weak running back room. That's what they think we saying. And first of all these people that got opinions about the running back room, you can't judge the running back room when it doesn't get a chance. You can't. See, which lets me know that y'all just talking. Because when you give the running back room in attempts, it does a decent job. That's number one. Number two, A.M.P laid out all the reasons why this game was tailor-made to run the ball. First of all, last week, what happened? Tyler Guyton went down in the second quarter. What did you do? You inserted T.J. Bass and Tyler Smith in emergency purposes. You obviously did not want Tyler Smith dancing around when you had to move him in an emergency situation from guard to tackle. So you did the good adjustment by running the ball. And it actually netted you a win and a better flow in your offense. And you did not keep it. We all thought that you was going to do that because you had the same guys. You had Tyler Smith at left tackle, TJ Bass at left guard. Your defense is still beat up. You was going against a team that you knew was going to run the ball, and you didn't commit to it. And matter of fact, your balance from the very beginning was way off. Do you have it broken down by series like we did before? Where we can show everybody how he started the game off super pass happy? Because some people go say the game got out of hand. No, he was off balance way before the game got out of hand.
Yeah, I got it. So at the end of the first quarter, we had thrown the ball 11 times and ran it 9. Not as egregious.
That was because of the second series where we actually had a good drive, where we actually ran it more than we passed it. But go ahead.
But then at halftime, where we at? 20 pass attempts to 8 rush attempts.
So that mean in the second quarter he only ran the ball once.
Yep. So, and then out of those 8 attempts, one was the CD. So really you only had 7 attempts to your running backs at halftime. And the score was 27-6. But on the flip side, guess what? Detroit, At that point, they had done ran the ball 19 times and only threw it 16. They had ran the ball more than they threw it at the half. And they had 27 points. See, you can still be an explosive offense. You can still be a high-scoring offense by running the ball. Teams that have put up big points on us this year, guess how they did it? They did it by running the ball, y'all. We're not saying we don't want the offense to be explosive. We're not saying that we don't want the offense to be high-scoring. What we're saying is, do it make sense for this unit?
For this unit.
It can be done.
Yeah.
And damn it, if Mike can't do it, get his ass out of here.
So real quick. So for those of us who think we lying, this is what Mike said. Listen.
Tom Yards, DallasCowboys.com. Mike, you mentioned yesterday that 10 guys touching the ball in the receiving game was big for you offensively. When you're able to spread the ball out that much, what does it do for you as a play caller to kind of open doors for the offense?
Well, I just think the biggest thing is it keeps you in rhythm on your call sheet. You're able to exercise your plan. The adjustments I thought we made in the second half were really good, especially in the run game. So, that's definitely helpful. Just keeps you. The second half were really good, especially in the run game. The adjustments I thought we made in the second half were really good, especially in the run game. The adjustments I thought we made in the second half were really good, especially in the run game. So, that's definitely helpful. Just keeps you in favorable down and distances because, obviously the adjustments I thought we made in the second half were really good, especially in the run game. So, that's definitely helpful. Just keeps you in favorable down and distances. Just keeps you in favorable down and distance. So, that's definitely helpful. Just keeps you in favorable down and distances because, obviously, the third down was huge in that game for us. So. And just being being able to be productive on first and second down was probably the best we had all year.
The best you had all year is where you made the adjustment to go to the run game, and you didn't start this game with the adjustment that had you your best all year.
Boss,
Coach! And see, they think I'm tripping, Coach. They think I'm tripping. Coach, he said it out his own mouth. When we beat Pittsburgh and got 10 first downs in the fourth quarter, he said it was our best adjustment, and you came out this game and you was the opposite.
Listen to the first thing he said, though. The first thing he said was, it helps you get what? In rhythm. That's
right.
What he said.
That's what he said.
Did we have rhythm today?
Hell
no. We didn't have rhythm.
Oh, hell no.
We did not have rhythm.
On schedule.
And then
was he on schedule?
Else I want you to focus
on.
Hold
on. Coach asked the question. Was he on schedule, A.M.P?
Hell no, he wasn't on schedule.
Oh, hell no.
20 to 8 at the half? No. That's not on schedule. 7 attempts to your backs in the first half. That wasn't on schedule. But something else he said too. See, he said the adjustments we made in the run game. See, it wasn't just the fact that they went to the run game. It was also the style of run that they were running.
They was running outside.
The shotgun run. We saw the under center run that looked a little better. Why? Because it was an actual true run. When you do that shotgun run and you turn around and hand it off to your back, you know what your offensive line is doing? They're pass blocking. So it's like you're not even running the damn ball. You don't get the benefit of it because you don't get them in a physical style.
Hold up.
Shotgun spread handoff is a more passive style. It's a more finesse style of running. That's not us. That's not who we are. That's what we putting on film, but that's not who we are. That's not who this team is. This team wants to be physical. This team wants to be like Jordan Lewis and doggone Jake Ferguson. They want to be physical with you. They want to get in your face. They want to jab with you all game. They want to talk to you. And they want to make you feel it when they hit your ass. That's who this team is. But this team can't even be who they want to be. Why? Because Daddy has got us on a short-ass leash. Daddy don't want us to step off the porch.
I got you, Coach. Let him cook.
You cooking.
I digress.
I'm finna
Man, you gotta let him cook, Coach. Man, you got he on fire. You gotta let him go, Coach. I got you. You good though, Coach? You good? Because I know you finna cook too. Go ahead.
I want to hear Coach.
DeMarcus Spears and Travis Kelce. I said this before. They were talking about the game last week with Pittsburgh, and they were talking about how the Cowboys went back to their dual, like you said about the run game. We went back to smash mouth, dual blocking, double team the tackles, and coming off the ball, and how that got us in our rhythm. And he asked Kelce, say, what that did for the Cowboys. He said, hey man, it made it physical, it got them in rhythm, it kept them on schedule. He said all these things. We came back today and we didn't run no dual blocking, we ran no power scheme, we ran nothing outside. So all the adjustments you did at halftime last week, and you didn't do them in this game, you didn't put them in the game plan this game, and guess what, fellas? You made adjustment against the best defense in the NFL, and it worked. And you decide not to do that against the Detroit Lion defense? Do that make any sense?
Don't make no sense. He said that out of his own mouth. It was the best adjustment all year. This your best adjustment all year, and you don't do nothing with that same adjustment the next game.
Boss, can you go to your Twitter inbox real quick?
Know what it sound like, boss?
Can you go to your Twitter inbox real quick and have that picture on standby?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach.
Hey, boss, know what it sound like?
I'm listening.
Boss.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Know what it sound like?
What's that?
It sounds like the no identity offense.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I got a solution.
Like
see, because I ain't gonna do a bunch of crying, and
like.
I ain't gonna do a bunch of crying. We got to talk about how to fix it. I think I got a way to fix it.
You see it yet, boss? Ooh, who was that?
Brian Shine. It's time.
Oh, okay.
It's time. It's time.
Yeah. At the very least, if we don't fire Mike, he's got to relinquish his play calling duties.
He got to. And see, this is the thing. Even if front office is pushing this on you, I need somebody that's willing to go against front office. Cause you see, I can't let you keep talking a good game, cause that's what's happening, right?
Lip service.
You talk a good game. You talk about, oh, that was the best adjustment we made in the second half versus Pittsburgh.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Nah, it's not. It's too many lies, homie. No. You can't get my appetite up that we go run the ball with Tyler Smith and TJ Bass and you put them balls on their heels. It's too many lies. And because it's too many lies, the solution, in my opinion, take away his play calling. Brian Schottenheimer, and then especially because we know Brian Schottenheimer was committed to running the ball when he was at Seattle. We know he preached and did the philosophy of running the ball and making sure any one of them backs was going to get their 30 attempts. Am I lying?
Yep.
They all got their 30 attempts. Now,
right.
But with Green Bay, we see the opposite with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still pass happen. So it makes Coach Marv look right that you was lying the whole time and that you talking a good game. And so it's time to give the play calling to somebody that's going to get some balance on this offense, especially when we saw balance work. We saw balance work, and it's like you want to be a young coach. No, you don't try to be a young coach. Try to be a smart coach.
Yep.
It's time to move on, man. It really is. We need a play caller. The answer is get somebody in here committed to balance.
So I'm going to say this. I was all for Mike McCarthy. I was all on his bandwagon for him getting the play calling duties when the offense wasn't going the way we thought it should have for the talent that was on this team. Kellen was doing some of the same things. I said, damn it, if Mike is going to get fired for his sake, I would prefer he has the fate of his offense in his hands. But now that he is leading this offense away from the promised land into the wilderness, you got to give it up, Moses. You got to give it up, Moses. I don't think we're going to be able to reach the promised land with Moses as our leader. Joshua, it's your turn, bro. Next man up. That goes as far as the damn coach, too.
Yeah. Especially when it was 4 minutes left and a half and he still came out past. And then how do you not recognize that, hey, we done had three and outs. Maybe our run game don't work, but I at least need to rest them as much as I can. I've had three and outs in a row. All of them didn't take no time off the clock. Eventually my defense go crack. That's another reason you run the ball. See, a lot of people think you run the ball just because you want running success. Sometimes you run the ball because you want to rest your D. It's about protecting the whole team.
And field position. If nothing else, say you get to the 40 and then you got to punt the ball. Okay, guess what? Now you're making that team actually have to work a little harder for it. But you just going to give it, you just going to roll over and give them the booty? That play at the end of the second half was
how about this?
Horrible. Like Coach said, it was desperation. He told,
how about this?
With that one play call, not only did he tell the Detroit Lions, we don't belong to be on the field with y'all today, he also told his damn field, he also told his team we don't belong to be on the field with y'all today. With that one decision. You waved the white flag, bro. I can't have nobody on my damn team who gonna wave the white flag before halftime. Y'all know A.M.P don't get down like that, bro. Even with Green Bay, I was saying, damn that, I'ma chill on my team. I ain't giving up on my team. And your head coach gave up on your team before halftime. Get his ass out of here.
You know, we got to have solutions, fellas. We need solutions. But me and Boss and A.M.P, we just saying facts.
Yeah.
We just saying facts, and let's talk about the facts.
Yeah.
The fact says in 2023 we ran the ball less times we ran in 2021 and 22.
That's facts.
That's facts. And we on pace to run the ball less this year in 24 than we ran in 23. That's fact. Hey, that's fact.
But Kellen don't look too bad right now.
Oh.
Now, let me say something else. This facts. Mike McCarthy took over an offense that was already number 1 or 2 or 3 in the league. So what we thought was he was going to get the offense more efficient. Is the offense more efficient when we get the bigger games?
Hold on.
Nope, it's not.
Oh, hell no.
Those are facts. Now, we said some players have had great seasons, but they're great players, but we're not looking for great players to have great seasons because that don't always equate that you win the Super Bowls. We're looking for the team to be, efficient. But what's bigger than this the play calling? At halftime, Mike McCarthy said we need to match the intensity.
Yeah.
That's telling me that he don't feel that his team was ready to play football.
Right.
Let me ask you this question, boss. Did they stay in a hotel the night before this game? Or did they get a chance to say we could do it if we want to? Because we've been doing that for the last 4 whole games and we lose.
You got to make some changes, right?
And he said the first
before we played. Wait, Coach was cooking. You can't do him like he was doing you. Coach was cooking.
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you fellas is, it's not the play calling is a microcosm. It's the end result of a microcosm of a guy that's loose on the things that tighten the team up.
Like the motivation.
He's a good guy. He has when you have a team that has a lot of penalties, when you have a team that you talking about they need to be up, you have a team that can't handle success, when you have a team that's not physical, All those are the microcosm of a guy that's not a great leader of men, because a leader of men promotes confidence, strength. He doesn't promote fear, timidness, and mistakes. And this is what we have. And I'm not saying he's not a good guy, but he's just not a leader of men. And that's why you have your players on the side like Michael Parsons and what name seemed like they was having a good old chill moment. That's why you got guys coming out trading jerseys even though we get blowed out. That's why you got guys, talking in the media and talking bad about each other and this and that, because you have nobody that's controlling this team as a coach. Now I know everybody gonna say, "Oh, we're the ownership," but when Mike McCarthy gonna be a man to stand up?
Good question.
That's the question, man. He on a 1-year contract. When is he gonna stand up? Because he's telling us in the media one thing, but he's doing the exact opposite.
Yep. So it was brought up in the media before the Browns game that this season Mike McCarthy was implementing a new strategy for his road games, and that was, getting to the stadium a little early so that they can get acclimated, get a feel for the environment, etc., whatever, helping their, pregame preparation. And to Coach's point, we don't do that at home. Guys get to come in one at a time whenever they pull up, walk across the blue carpet, get greeted by a group of happy, anxious, excited Cowboy fans. It might be their first time at AT&T Stadium. They get the love and adulations before the game even starts. They get softened up and buttered up, and they feel all buttery and buzzy inside. And then they step on that field and they get their ass plastered because mentally they are not ready to play. And that is because of your head coach. Y'all done heard Coach say it many times on the channel. He is not a motivator of men. It's at the point, boss, you got that ready? It's at the point now.
Let me
it's
get
so
the super
bad,
chat
y'all.
first, and then we'll go to your
Go ahead.
illustration. He said, "I no longer trust Mike to put this team in position to win. Forget play calling, fire him. Someone got to stop playing, and it ain't Mike. All this talent and no leadership. This is all on the money, all Jerry too." So I'm going to get to your illustration, but then I'm going to ask, is it time to fire Mike McCarthy? So what did you want to do with this illustration?
So y'all look, this is earlier today. This young seasoned lady here in this plum colored dress with the short haircut and the gray. As I was coming into the store with my family today, she says, "Oh, you have a beautiful family. Good to see y'all. I had the 2 kids, wifey with me. We, dressed nicely." And I turned around to tell her thank you. And she says, "Ugh, you got on a Cowboys hat." This old sweet lady right here, y'all. That's how bad it is. Old ladies are talking trash to A.M.P, y'all. This is what I got to deal with. You are at the point now, I said all that to say this. You are slowly becoming the laughing stock of the league. Not just amongst the teams, but amongst their fan base too. They laughing at us. And they're laughing at us because they're looking like, damn, boy, y'all got Dak, you got CD, you got Ferg, you got a coach who has won a Super Bowl before, the richest franchise, all these things outside of football y'all got. But why does the product on the field look so bad? And that's why they laugh at us. That's why they mock us. That's why they tune in every week to see how we'll perform. Because they're ready to laugh at us. And your head coach has let us out there to be laughed at. He did it to his quarterback. He did it to us. He did it to the run game. Oh, I definitely gave a few choice words. Y'all know A.M.P now. Come on, cut it out.
Todd,
I don't take it easy on grandma's
Todd, hold on, clap it up for Todd. Come on, clap it up for Todd. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Y'all know A.M.P don't take it easy on nobody. But at the end of the day, man, we're becoming a laughing stock of the league because it's like, damn, y'all got X, Y, and Z. Why isn't the product better? It's just like your parents get mad at you. They say, man, we're in a nice neighborhood. We're in a nice house. You got your own room. You got your video games. You got a nice full-size bed. We ain't even hit you with the twin. You got a full-size bed. You get all the toys you want. You get clothes. You get the J's. We're giving you everything that a kid could ask for. That's what this organization does for your team. And yet the product on the field is what? It's mess. That's why we frustrated.
So
we deserve better, man.
I need to hear an answer from everybody in the chat. Is it time to fire Mike McCarthy? Then we could go around and answer that question. I started. No. Not now. Not now. Because you fire him, it screams almost the exact same that it screamed when he went for it on 4th down.
White
Panic.
flag.
Huh?
White flag.
Yeah, it says you gave up. So that's number one. That's one reason I say no right now. Number two, I say not now because he did turn it around before. After the bye. Last time. The offense was number 1 in 10 play drives. It was 31st in red zone points. But then the offense took off. Hold on, they say it's 253 people watching and 59 likes. I know y'all mad, dog. Wait. Hey, wait. First of all, I didn't play today. A.M.P didn't play today. Don't be mad at us, bro. Listen. Don't be so mad. Wait. Yeah, wait. You can't have close to 300 people here watching. Wait. Stop and hit that like, y'all. Oh no, you can't have that many people here with 59 likes. That
blasphemy.
Listen, y'all can't do us like that. We trying to give you the answer. That's the difference between us. And then Sidney said, I will say this again, likeship or leadership, that's what Cook didn't play. We had red zone problems last year. Mike should have addressed that issue, and he did. Y'all get the likes up, man. Y'all get them likes way up. That's crazy. How you got close to 300 people in here? It's crazy. But anyway, it's all good. But going back to what I was saying, it screams panic. I think you need to keep him, but I think we need to put the pressure on him. We gotta all put pressure on him that we want to see balance. We need to hold him accountable to his own words. To me, that's the best way to try to remedy the season right now. Is do what you said. Do we get rid of Mike McCarthy now, Coach?
No, you don't get rid of him now. There's no need. That's just gonna be. It's just gonna it's gonna scream panic. It's not gonna be conducive right now. He's not gonna be the Cowboy coach next year. And I'm about to say something that's not gonna be well taken. He is what he is, and you ain't gonna win with him this year. But you might well let him stay out the whole year. Cause last year after the bye, yes, he got the offense, but when we got to the bigger games, he did the exact same stuff. That's just who he is, man. And he convert back to who you are. So right now, what you're doing is you're trying to hope that we can put some. Maybe the Joneses might get and say, hey, we want to evaluate Schottenheimer, and they may tell him, say, hey man, you need to give the offensive play calling over to Schottenheimer, and then we might see a resurgence of the offense, but the mentality of the team overall, right? they got McCarthy's mentality. They look like a McCarthy football team. So, like I said, no, it's no need to do that because then I think the Joneses, because let's don't get the Joneses off the hook. Let's don't take the Joneses off the hook. They hired this guy. They knew who he was. They decided not to give him the stitching because they already knew who he was. If they thought he was a leader of men, they would have gave him a stitching. They didn't give him a stitching because they knew he wasn't a leader. They knew that he didn't get his team ready for the playoff game against Green Bay. And they decided to keep rolling the dice, saying, all right, well, we'll hope you get better. Well, it don't seem like it's getting better. It's getting worse.
So, my answer is yes. But not the yes you're thinking. Fire Mike McCarthy? Absolutely. But only his play calling abilities.
Yeah. Perfect. Hold on.
It's at this point where...
Hold on, bro.
Perfect.
Please
He
continue.
don't give us nothing else, though, but...
Perfect.
It's at the point where, for whatever reason, we know at this point, we can't say, we can't defend Mike and say, well, he didn't know. See, he knows and he's still doing wrong.
Right. That's what pissed me
That's
off.
the big problem. That's what I want y'all to focus on.
Yep. He know it.
See, Kellen Moore, he was operating in bliss. He wholeheartedly believed that passing was going to do what it needed to do, and he didn't need to really use the run game. That's his young, inexperienced mind. But a 30-year vet in the game, Coach Mike, dog, how do you sleep at night? Like, legitimately, how do you sleep at night? Knowing what should be done, and yet I'm going to call 40 passing plays this game. Maybe 50.
Again. That's the key. It's again.
Yeah, I mean, I know we had some success running the ball in the fourth, but that's not how I want to run my offense. And see, that's the problem. See, as a coordinator, you're supposed to play to your team's strengths. It's not just about my philosophy, how I've been doing things, how I want to continue to do things, despite what the film is showing me. And see, we got 2 weeks. Look, we ain't got no quick turnaround. We ain't got no Thursday night game this week. No, we have a bye, a full-fledged bye, the full 14 days. Matter of fact, we'll just be hitting the field this time in 2 weeks. It's a late game. It's a night game. We got to wait all day Sunday for that meeting against San Fran. So we got plenty of time to look at this film and break it down. Because it's not what, it's not who. The problem is how. The reason this team is unsuccessful is how. It's how we try to run the ball. It's how we try to attack other teams. It's how we try to get the ball to our playmakers. That's why we're unsuccessful this year, is because of how. And then when we find out the answer, we still asking how. The answer's already there, dude. What are you doing? Don't reinvent the wheel. If it's working, keep going with it. I put the post up yesterday and I was talking about Rico being the hot hand. Everybody's hopping on this Rico bandwagon. First of all, boss told you keep running that young man, you're going to get him hurt. Okay, we already established that. But at the same time, the reason Rico was successful is because guess what? For a change last week, you actually gave the ball to a running back. Enough to get into a what? What's the first thing, and I'm bringing this back full circle, what's the first thing Mike McCarthy said? Rhythm. We are that marching band that ain't stepping, that ain't marching, they off beat, they walking, you don't even know what they playing. Everybody's playing to their own sheet of music. including your head coach, because guess what? He has war with himself, knowing damn well the run game will work for us. But you out here wanting to be sexy. So you want to show your ass, and because of that, we got our ass busted.
So I'm going to tell y'all who we going against, too. I'm going to keep it real. It's a group out here, bunch of stat nerds, like this dude, Connor Limsey. I watched this dude be wrong as fuck on a lot. Like, I watched him hate Steele, scared about Terrence Steele as he was balling. It's a I'm telling y'all, it's a group of people out here that's super pass first, that'll watch it burn down a team, that'll still troll people that want to see 30 attempts. Stat nerd doctrine. It's these types of dudes right here that's hurting this team, because they pushing out this garbage argument that you need to pass to establish the run, even when Mike McCarthy and the data was clearly showing that you had a way better efficient offense when you was balanced. And he said it himself. The data shows it, everything shows it. But they want to see football a certain way. They want to see Dak do it all. Even when Dak getting hit, even when still on his heels. You had Steele on his heels going against Hutchinson, but that's what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Steele doing what he does best.
And Steele had a pretty good game today because Hutchinson didn't get that much.
Right. But where's Steele at his best, coach?
In running game.
Running game. Then they come in trolling like they still, like we talking crazy. And let me tell you something. It's also too many of them that never played, but they got big opinions. That's what also frustrates me. It's too many of them that never played this game, but they come out there and they troll people like me who actually played it. And they troll people like Coach Marv who actually coached it.
Bruh, like look at JC's post. He said, "I'm so tired, SMH." Like, I get it. I'm with you, my guy. But to the guy that you were just talking about on the screen, boss, how the hell do you even have energy to troll another Cowboys fan in an ass whipping of this fashion? You ain't no damn fan. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, trash. And then, like, I'm sick of it. It's a bunch of soundboard engineers. And I really mean what I say. Soundboard engineers, stat nerds that gotta start writing. And it's like they ain't coach nothing, but they got jobs. And because they got jobs, they got voices. And I always say this, your voice matter with bad ideas too. It's a bunch of people that's pushing some real bad ideas out here. He one of them. I've been watching it for a minute. I'm afraid of Terrence Steele. As Terrence Steele was balling, this same dude wanted Lyle Collins when Lyle Collins was trash and was messing up the team. And yeah, this same guy, but they the same one got these big voices. Now, say when you jump on my tweet and you forward my tweet trolling, I'm coming right at you. Yeah. See, my boy say boss name and names. Yeah, I'm names and faces. Yeah, names and faces. Yeah.
I think what y'all are getting, it's not just passion with us. What you're also getting is frustration. The reason you getting frustration is because it's not like this team is just inadequate and we don't belong on the field. No, with a couple of tweaks. I get we banged up on defense. I understand that. Thankfully, not a lot of, we don't really have season ending. So you're going to get back to full strength at some point in time this season. Not worried about that, okay? But in the meantime, in between time, our frustrations come from us doing stuff that doesn't make sense. You're doing things that's going away from protecting the team.
My frustration goes. Frustration goes more than that. My frustration goes with people who watch their bad idea trash
and then double down on
it.
Yeah, dog.
Now y'all the same people that was preaching pass first, running down ball don't work. But then we watch your offense get us blown out. Yeah, I'm going right at them dudes, especially when you share my tweet with a troll. Oh yeah, I'm going right at you because I've been waiting on it. I've been waiting on somebody to do that. I've been waiting on it. Yeah. And it's gonna get worse. Y'all keep. I'm on solutions, coach. Because guess what? Solutions is going at these people that be leading on the bad ideas. You got to go at them, especially when they go at you. So it's
kill one of his narratives. Kill one of his narratives, right? He said, "Oh, that guy said we got to pass to sell the run." That's one of the biggest bullshit that ever won in the world. What passing can set up number one run or draw play, but running the ball can set up a multitude of play actions.
Yeah.
Clap it up for Coach. God damn.
Yeah, we gotta look. They out here. Look.
You can run a play action.
Look.
You can run a play action off every run play. But the only thing you can set up with the run is a draw play.
Look, coach. Look. They out here. Look.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's all everybody say. That's what they do. Is they pass the run.
Guess what, y'all? Guess what? I got to respond to this comment. I'm going to give that individual the benefit of the doubt and say that the pass game does set up the run game. I don't believe it, but I'm going to just go with it for argument's sake, right? Even if that's the case, how good does your passing game look this year? So if your passing game doesn't look good, how the hell you going to set up the run any damn way? Either way, your argument makes no damn sense.
The greatest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL, Tom Brady was a play action. Most of his great plays came out of play action. So the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, even the great Patrick Mahomes, does 60% of his passes are play action passes. The quarterbacks have lived off play action passes, faking the run and throwing the ball. But you can't fake the run if you ain't gonna run it because it's not gonna be respected. Do you think that anybody guarding us to run the ball? Why would you guard us to run the ball? If you know what the offensive coordinator is, you're not going to do it. Is this a pass? I said it, Boston said it before. All those trolls out there want us to pass. They don't want us to win. And you know something? All those trolls out there, I question if they're really Cowboy fans. Guys that talk about steal. Guys that talk about Dak Prescott. Guys talking about we need to pass the ball and not run it. Those guys are not Cowboy fans, man. They're imposters. And I've said that before. We got to be mindful of the imposters because you can't be a Cowboy fan and you talk about stuff that you see ain't working for 19 years.
Yep.
For 20-some years. I just don't understand.
So
what's the campaign, y'all? What's the hook?
Hold on real quick. Star said, fire Mike. I think Mike Solari is somebody that needs to be the first to go. I think Star right. Star right. For now, if anybody need to be fired right now, if we need to make a change right now in coaching, it would be Solari.
Guess what? So he's coaching. But you know who your run game coordinator who's designing the run?
Him too.
And know why? Now, if you go, I said don't fire Mike McCarthy. He needs to be gone, the running back game coordinator. But don't that look bad for Mike McCarthy because that's your boy?
Well, but yeah, but going back to solutions, and I ain't talking about no head to roll for a symbolic. I'm talking about for a lack of production. The heads that need to roll from a lack of production, it's a liar. When Zach Martin getting ran through the way that he was, when you see a change in steel and especially technique, you seeing a technical change. Like you had two very good offensive line people say the same things without talking to each other. Lou and the OC was talking about the kick slide change in steel. So from a technique wise, when you seeing bad technique causing bad play, to me, you got to get rid of him. I would say him and the running back coach.
Yep. The whole unit look bad. It's you, dog.
When the whole unit is tripping, it's you. especially a unit with this much first round talent, Hall of Fame talent. Like Coach Marv was saying, Tyler Smith at guard was a sure Hall of Fame guard. Well, you can't say that this year under Mike Salata. You can't say that this year. You see more finesse with Tyler Smith. Could it be the play calling? Sure.
And Zach falling off too.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come
It's
on,
not
man.
coincidence, y'all. He's
Listen,
not
man.
just getting old this year.
Hey, man, we listen, man. Boss, I understand what we saying here, but we talking about fine coaching, which I believe in this. This is making Mike McCarthy look even worse because Scott McCurley's still here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
this is making it look worse.
But coach, I know he looked bad, and I agree with that. He looked bad before this.
And I know the Joneses ain't keeping him here.
I know.
Joneses don't care about Scott McCurley.
But moving to solutions in the bye week, who need to go?
Yeah, you need to make out. If my running game is suffering, right, we're gonna clear the room out the running game. We're gonna clear that whole room out, and we're gonna get another running game coordinator in here, and we need to get an offensive line coach. We got to make that, because we got to find a way to get our run game so when we do run our attempts, it's gonna be good to run our attempts and to get better.
But they fired Skip though,
and act like it. Who?
Skip Pete. They
Skip
fired
Pete?
him.
Oh.
Yep.
Who fired him?
So check this.
Wait, hold on. Who fired him? And who they brought in? Who got him fired and who they brought in?
Hey, let me switch.
Little Mike.
Let me switch. I'ma switch on you. Switch your rule time. Switch. Is there any heat on Zimmer?
Nah, because he working with scraps. That's his saving grace right now. He can argue he don't have his guys.
He like, man, my defense need at least a 5-6 man to get a breather, man. And you went 3 possessions holding the ball. Listen, the time possession is worse. They had the ball, 30 minutes, 35 minutes to out 20 minutes?
35, 25, yep. And third down was god awful.
We didn't help him at
3
all.
for 13.
We went 3-4 possessions. And then we went 3 balls. We go 3 or 4 possessions of 3 and out with less than 30 seconds. They score, and then we go on a 4th down play in our territory.
So y'all giving Zimmer a whole pass. Am I hearing you?
Yep.
Coach.
Because look.
Hold on. I heard from you, A.M.P. I want to get Coach on record. You giving him a whole pass.
I watched a movie last night called The Pass.
Both of y'all gave him a pass. Okay.
No lie, on
give him
TV.
a whole pass.
It's called The Pass. Go check it out.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm giving a whole pass.
All right.
I was an offense coordinator. I would play defense coordinator. And I can tell what y'all can say. We can have real tough assistant coaches but the real mentality of a team is set by the head coach. And it might be times he want to do something to get him, but he has to go on the directive of how it goes with the head coach. He can't tell the defense, hey man, y'all got to be at this hotel tonight. If the head coach say, hey man, no, it's voluntary. That's where you have to be a subordinate. And sometimes you can have a tough unit, but where I see this in this team is not just this year, fellas. I'm talking about a culmination of what we have been seeing for the last 3 years. In tough games, we look like this. It just
what?
It's just getting worse.
Yeah.
Yep.
We getting our doors blown off now.
Yeah.
It's just getting worse. Chickens coming home to roost. But this is a softness in this team, and we can't handle it. We win the game against Pittsburgh, and everybody starts celebrating, like I said, well, man, we celebrating. Man, we spent all week defending that Dak was a good quarterback. We defended talking about how we was just good. Our players think that, and then we get the doors blown off of. I think the solution that we need to come up with is that we need to start talking like this. We trying to win games. We're not a real good football team right now. And hopefully by the end of the year we are. And we could go to win the Super Bowl. But right now we need to come to the realization that we are what our record said is, and we are a team that we done lost some games and then got blown out. We are who we are. It ain't lie, ain't no mistake. That's who we are.
I'm gonna tell you, it's solution time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are all upset. We are all frustrated because we do not like the product on the field. And I was always told that when you don't like a product or a service, there is one agency you should always call. Y'all know who that is? It's the Better Business Bureau. And in this instance, the Better Business Bureau, better known as the BBB, for the Dallas Cowboys to have any type of level of success this season, they need to tap into the BBB. And that's bring boring back.
Yes. Bring boring back. Ooh, people don't get that. And see, Coach Marv right, it's actually not even boring, but I get what you said. I get what you said.
Yeah. That's the motto. That's the move. Because clearly we ain't rooted in a damn thing.
You can't do it though.
And we done been uprooted in every home game this season. So it's time to tap into the BBB and bring boring back. That's it.
You can't do it though. It's hard to do it. Know why? That takes some grinders. You know what I'm saying? Some grinders. And I'm gonna say something that I know
grinders as far as coaches or players.
It's players. You got to, and that's a mentality you have to set. And you can't flip the switch with that. It's got to be there or not, right? But
got to be in. You can't be on.
I can say that. I'm gonna say this, and I know Boss, and I know how. I didn't had known Boss for a while, but I could tell the type of player he was, and I could tell how the type of Cowboy fan he is. And I could tell the type of Cowboy fan A.M.P has been all his life. It's hurting me when I go out in Cowboy community or outside. I can't stand a soft-ass team, man. Especially not my team.
Yeah.
We might lose.
Yeah.
But I can't stand a soft team.
It's the ultimate. It's the ultimate. Yeah.
And see, I think you define me perfectly, Coach. That's why I wasn't tripping at the Ravens, because I saw Cowboy football.
They fought.
They fought.
Yes.
I wasn't tripping. I can't handle this. This right here, I'm not used to this. I'm not.
It's the how.
Cause y'all don't hear me quit doing the games. Y'all hear me do that, bro. So I expect that from them.
It used to be where we would only get one or two bent over the knee ass spankings a year, right? The sleeper games, the trap games. We would get one or two spankings a year where we got bent over the knee and spanked. But it's starting to become more of a regular occurrence these days, and I can't get jiggy with that. This ain't Cowboy brand football.
At home.
Not used to this. At home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
We getting spanked every week now, bent over the knee.
I got to flip it on y'all. Go ahead, Coach. I didn't mean to cut y'all.
I bet you could turn on the press conference today, and Mike McCarthy get up there and he'd be like, well, we got some legs to clean up, and we just ain't play well. He's not gonna be up there mad as a firecracker like we played soft. We ain't do this. We got players not coming out there being emotional. He's not gonna do that. Know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Cause his house ain't clean. Cause he know if he come out on that, all the stuff that I've been saying about him, those Cowboy players gonna come out and say it about him. So he got to be nice.
Damn.
Cause they gonna load the clip up on him. Let him come out and say something about them. They gonna come up and load the clip on him and say how soft he is. And tell him, something? I ain't telling you something I heard about. I'm telling you something I know of how the players feel. They think he's nice, but they think he's soft. So he better be nice. He better not come out there and talk about how soft we played, because they'll rip him to pieces.
Question for everybody. Now, I prided Mike and the entire team and coaching staff on the fact that I didn't feel like after our last loss that they lost the team. To your point, boss, they fought, right? At this point in time, do you think Mike still has the team?
I don't know. We won't know that, in my opinion, until we see how they respond.
Damn,
I just don't know. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I got to see how they respond. You know, I think it'll be more obvious when he don't have them. I can't say yet, just to be honest. So I'm going back and forth with this guy named Dan Robert. He said Lions had about 20 total attempts before running out the clock in the last 8 minutes. Hence why they hit 30. Like 30 is, I said, now list Detroit rushing attempts every game. Count how many times they hit the 30 mark or higher. It's going to be pretty much all the games.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm so glad I'm drawing out the crowd that been pro pass, and I'm banging their ass right now. And I'm gonna keep banging them, bro. Cause I gotta turn.
I'll put it like this.
Boss is clearly already on Petty Monday.
It's not even petty. It's I gotta turn the voices. I gotta turn the voices to common sense.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I need to chill because I'm a little bit too angry in my style. I can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
I can't convert people, making them look bad. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta kind of calm down. You know. So going forward,
like this.
As I'm debating, I'm gonna be more chill. I was in the emotions of the game, and I've been kind of. Go ahead, coach.
I'm gonna say it like this. I know people that say, "Man, 30 attempts ain't no, you can't win. That ain't got no validity." And I want everybody to go and check the research on this. They can check it, find the research on this, check the research on this, and we probably could get the documentation. Because you probably get the documentation from West Coast, because he did a whole show on this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yo, I need to holler at Wes.
The history.
It's time to do a show with Wes.
I'm talking about the history of football.
Yeah,
I'm talking about all the quarterbacks. All the greatest quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, all these, right?
Yeah.
When players have thrown over 45 times in a game, they win in less than 30% of those games in the history of football. I'm just saying. And when they throw the ball 25 or less times, they have won 70% of the games. The history. That's Joe Montana. That's Terry Bradshaw, Troy Aikman, Patrick Mahomes. When you take everybody, all the quarterbacks. So tell me, if you smart, what percentage would you go with?
I'm going with the 30 because it's winning.
The 70%. Thank you. But this society got you thinking that no, go the other way because it's exciting, but it's not producing wins. All the loser teams doing it. Just because you got more people doing it, don't mean it's exciting, because when it boils down to it, when they get into the Super Bowl, what the Kansas City have done the last 2 years in the Super Bowl, 25 to 30 attempts running the ball. The Super Bowl they lost, they ran the ball 15 times against the Tampa Bay, and they didn't score a touchdown. And then from then on, they say they're gonna run the ball in the Super Bowl, and they done won 2 Super Bowls back to back. But everybody else say don't do that. But when other teams do it, our dumb fan base want to do it the opposite way and not win. But that's just how it is.
And that's really what they want.
Coach said I dumb fan
I'm fighting them. I'm fighting with them right now. That's what they want. I'm fighting with people right now on Twitter saying, "Don't change what we just saw. Keep that. Keep them 3 and outs. Keep that hurt D on the field. Yeah, keep that.
Bro, you sure they not fans of other teams posing as Cowboy fans? You sure, bro?
Nah,
That's right. It is. My homeboy told me. Said that he know of people that probably got Cowboys handles that really are not Cowboy fans, but they keep commotion going on, and they get infiltrated in the Cowboy Nation. People think they're Cowboy fans, but they really not.
So
it's imposters. It's imposters out there now.
All right, so we started with Zimmer. We gonna take 2 more topics.
What's that?
Mr. Leofow. Mr. Bland. Sorry, Clark. Leofow and Clark.
Did we need Eric?
Hell yeah, we needed Eric.
I think we needed Eric.
Yeah, I think Eric was not in his play, but I think with him lining people up a little bit better than what. Listen, man, I'm gonna do some research on the run game. I know they ran for. I think A.M.P said they ran for like 150 yards, something like that. 160 yards. Maybe a little bit more than that.
Excuse me, 184.
184. And I
36 rushing attempt.
36 and 184. To me,
damn.
36 attempts. Hold up now. I'm gonna say this.
They averaging 5.1 a carry.
I'm gonna give you what a coach's advanced analytics on this. You take the amount of rushes they had 36 attempts to get 184, and you say, okay, I take that and I divide, and that's 5 yards a carry. But then I look at the explosive runs. They had at least 3 runs over 30 yards. I take those out the equation, then I say we played the run pretty good. So that's what you look for, because 36 carries, if they really get in the average, if they get a couple of explosive runs, and then the rest of the runs are 5 yards carry, you talking about 300-yard rushing on us. So if you look at that, they had at least 3 carries that was over 30 yards. The first touchdown was almost 30 yards when they ran the ball up the middle. So again, but this is what Detroit tells you what they do. They keep chopping at the tree because they know they're gonna get a leak and they're gonna get an explosive run. We don't chop at the tree. We don't swing the axe at the tree. We think we're gonna cut the tree down in one swing, like we John Henry or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So we think we're gonna chop it down at one time. They keep chopping at the tree. So 36 attempts. We kept it on 2 yards. We had some explosive runs. Again, man, I just think the explosive run, I think that the linebacker would have done a lot better in lining us up and keeping us, because I don't think Clark or those young linebackers that really got that cerebral thing. But they'll get better at the cerebral thing as the week goes on. But I will say this: Michael Parsons should be the middle linebacker on this team, and he'll be all world.
Last topic. After the bye, Tyler Guyton going back to left tackle, and Tyler Smith back to left guard.
We're gonna check the film. He probably be back. He might be at the left. He might be out back at tackle because he done got a breather. He probably can work on some things with his technique. He maybe get a chance to get a session with Duke Manuel doing what on the off week, because they can't do nothing, and it's gonna help him out. He could be able to see. He got a chance to look at it. Let's go back, because if you look at his stats, man, they just a little bit better, they're a little bit worse than what Tyler Smith had his rookie year. We talked like Tyler Smith was all world his first year, but nah, he had some hiccups as well his first year tackle. So and hopefully, see, everybody talks trash about a guy, but I bet you we wish we had the backup tackle healthy now, don't we?
Richards.
We wish him a Adola. So
And
hopefully
Chula,
he should be back. So
I'm cool.
that gives us more flexibility because the film gonna show that the McNeil and them in the middle hurt us, and not only with Zach Martin, they got a lot of pressure in Zach's face in the middle of the field, and our center, he needs to work a little bit better too, boss. Our center ain't had 2 great games in the last 2 games, you know. But this is the he's going through the growing pains.
A.M.P.
Yes, sir. So at this point, I was making a case last week for leaving it how it was, and honestly, at this point, I'm not even there. And the reason I say I'm not even there is because it don't matter who you have in that position. As long as you're going to have that individual on their heels, I really don't give a damn. I really don't. Like it. You're not helping. You're not helping those individuals at all by having them on their heels majority of the game. How many times? You got them on their heels 44 times, you passed it. But really and truthfully, you probably had them on their heels 50 times in the game when you consider the shotgun handoffs we ran.
Right.
You on your heels 50 times a damn game?
You on your heels.
And they only have given up 4 sacks. Damn, good job, offensive line.
Yeah, they did a good job. I ain't did bad.
And see, the reason I'm circling back to a question earlier, the other reason I'm giving Zim a pass is because he got a head coach and an offensive coordinator that is doing him 0 favors on top of the injuries he got. So yeah, I'm gonna give Mike Zimmer a little grace. But Mike McCarthy, brother, you know better. And as they say, if you know better, you need to do better. Boss, we got any more super chats?
No.
Boss, I want to say one quick thing. I know we about to wrap it up, but I want to say one quick thing. We talked about Mike McCarthy about running the ball, but hey, what we're gonna do here, and I know Boss is gonna do it. I know A.M.P. gonna do it, but we're gonna also look back at he threw the ball 44 times, but we're gonna look back and see if these passing plays were conducive to beating the coverage as they're supposed to be, or was it doo-doo, or was it all curl stop routes? See what I'm saying?
Was some stop.
Because if that
did we attack the middle of the field, coach?
If that's the case, you know something, man? If that's the case,
new OC.
Yeah, that's indictment. So if he maybe came with a bland passing game, did he go back to the same passing game that he been doing for the last 8 weeks? Has he got creative in that? See, this is what I'm saying, man. It's a lot, man.
And you saw stops and options not work. You spoke against option routes. You were coaching through the media about them damn option routes. I've never been a fan of
it. Threw the ball in the middle of the field?
No.
Threw the ball in the middle of the field?
Wide open, coach, no. Only time the ball got remotely close to the middle of the field is when we did those crosses with CD.
I'm gonna make Boss hot again. Boss, one of the adjustments last week when we started throwing the ball in the middle of the field in the second half, and you said, Coach, you was red on it, and we throw the ball down the middle of the field.
Outside runs. That was it.
So you mean to tell me we ain't pulled that adjustment? You
forgot that quick?
And you're a pass happy guy. You ain't pulled that over either.
That's the indictment. You a pass happy guy, but you ain't even that damn good with the passes. It's one thing if you was just oohing and eyeing and we just don't have no rhythm or whatever like that. But you're not even good with the pass game, bro.
We were killing them in the middle of the field at the end of that game, and and remember you kept saying, Coach, man, you was red on. And A.M.P. said you were red on. We said, because the first half we didn't throw the ball in the middle of the field. I said, throw the ball in the middle of the field.
Go win the game.
So we start cooking in the middle of the field and running the ball. And you didn't bring none of that over to this game.
During the summertime, he talking, sounding like
you only start running motion at the end of the game.
The quarterback club. Yeah, these guys, they they get their cadence and they get their rhythm and man, dog.
I'm just saying,
Nobody
man.
cares.
That's why, when people try to argue me about Mike McCarthy, that's why I just get quiet. I said, hey, I've been around coaching long enough where I see what I see, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out, and everybody else will see. And let me tell you something. I ain't the only person, because once he's gone, you gonna find in that locker room they feel the exact same damn way I feel. Watch what I tell you.
I got a question. I got one more question.
It's coming.
This just hit me. I got one more question. Coach, boss, I need some answers. Do y'all think any possible way that secretly management is setting up Mike McCarthy to fail?
No.
You don't care about Mike McCarthy, man. They want him to pass, but that's who he is.
I think if anything, since we spitballing theories, I'm gonna have the same spitball theory I had before. To where Mike McCarthy is running the offense that they want to see. Where they want the offense to go through Dak and CD. It makes sense because we saw them do this before. And it makes me wonder, and it could be him, coach. I'm not trying to blame front office. I'm just
No. I got a conspiracy. Let's go ahead and finish it. I'm gonna give you one, and you're gonna agree with one. I'll give you. Watch. Go ahead.
Because the history says that this team, this front office is, I call them reverse cheat. Where if they pay you,
God damn.
If they pay you, they go play you or they go force. Same thing happened with Lyle Collins. Why do you think they kept putting him in front of Steele? Because they paid him. Why was Zeke at first getting way more touches than Pollard? Because they paid him. Why was Gallup getting forced targets early in the season last year? Because they paid him. So who are the people that got paid? Dak, CD. Who they trying to run the offense through? Dak, CD. In my opinion, that's my spitball conspiracy.
Coach, before you go, just to wrap up Boss' point, Isaiah, I just want to highlight this. Isaiah Stanback said something amazing in the pregame show, and he said, I know we want Dak and CD's chemistry to be on point and them to be playing at a high level. He said, but Dak has got to remember to trust his other receivers. Go ahead, Coach.
Ooh, Chris 214 said we play contract, not football.
I'm like you, boss. I remember quotes what people said in interviews and all that stuff, and I'm gonna bring it up to my spirit. You are correct about the ownership, but I think a lot of this is the spirit of I love my son, cause your son has never said, like Jerry said, about stop the run and run the ball. He never said that. Your son is the one that said, but CeeDee Lamb should get about 50 targets after he signed his contract.
He did.
Your son is the one that brought Mike McCarthy to your dad. Your son is the only one that speaks highly of Mike McCarthy. Jerry always talk about other coaches. And he wants your son to be correct, and you holding on to this guy, and this is why you hold on to the guy, because your son brought him to you, and you trying to give it because you don't want to fire your son's guy. And listen here, your son says, when sign contracts, Jerry steps in to give him the money, and your son say, okay, they're going to have to earn the money, we're going to have to put it on there. It just smells of Stephen Jones and his non-football ass. And he's never been a football person. Even at least Jerry done played on the championship team that went somewhere. At least Jerry can say I was friends and roommates with a championship coach. What the hell Stephen Jones know about football?
He got a son that play football.
He ain't never grinding in his life. He was born with it. At least Jerry know how to grind. He played with one of the hardest college coaches in the history. He know about being physical and work ethic. But he wants your son to be right. You getting him control, and he gonna run you in the ground because he don't know nothing about football, and he contract first because he think about the bottom dollar. And that's why he got a $4 million head coach, because Stephen Jones brought that to you. Jerry ain't know shit about, he wouldn't even think about hiring Mike McCarthy until Stephen Jones brought it. Hey, now tell me something I done lied about.
Unfortunately, Coach, you're right.
Oh, tripping. Yeah, man. So before we get our final words, I really do, and I really do mean this, man. I really appreciate BetUS, because we are an independent channel, okay? And an independent channel that have companies that's willing to sponsor the streams to get a chance to get y'all to recognize and potentially try their platforms, who see the value in people that have a relationship with the people that sub to the channel. BetUS is one of those. Because I'm gonna be all the way honest with y'all. There are times in which, you know, in this economy with inflation, it get harder on people. And it's hard. It's a lot of people that want to show a lot of appreciation to Boss Cowboy Sports. They want to give to Boss Cowboy Sports, and it get hard. So I appreciate companies like BetUS that step up to say, we go hold up the slack when it's harder for people that's under you to super chat, when it's less ads being put into your streams. So it's also a real good platform that a lot of y'all have accumulated knowledge with. So if you try BetUS, you're going to get 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. So this is not just a sponsor. This is somebody that I greatly appreciate, and we're going to be having obviously more sponsors, but I really mean this. It takes a load off for us to be able to get support from sponsors of Boss Cowboy Sports. So getting into our final words. I'm gonna say this. I'm greatly disappointed in Mike McCarthy. It don't feel good to say that. I'm disappointed that now I see that you say one thing and you do another. I keep up with your press conferences, so I know what you say. I'm fighting a whole lot of people right now on Twitter who some kind of way think 30 attempts is like crazy to expect. But see, Mike McCarthy, you said that. Of course, regular fans don't know that. But I know you said that. I know you said 30 attempts is the key, and that balance play calling protects your D. I sit there, Coach Marv. Coach Marv, I sat there. I watched our D get off the field with that strong Detroit offense. I watched it, Coach. And as I watched it, it was like, okay, they just gave your offense a chance. At some point, you got to protect them. At some point, even if your runs is not working, we need you to slow it down, Mike. Because ain't no way that defenses go take body punches all day when you keep putting them out there. And I watched them, Coach. I watched them out. Put them out there. Over and over. Over and over. Over and over. So at some point, we got to say what it is, not what he says. We got to judge him based on what he does. And based on what he does, when it come down to running the ball,
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
you playing with us with your play calling. You are not balanced from the very beginning. And I've been watching your pattern. You would throw the ball and then you try to catch up in the fourth quarter. Even though you told us that balance protects your D. So it just gives me no faith in you. If I see no common sense, nah, I ain't with it. So I'm gonna keep the pressure for you to keep your word on your 30 attempts. And I hope y'all join. And I'm gonna say this, we need more shares in Boss Cowboy Sports. It's good to like, it's good to super chat, but we need shares. We need to spread this because there's a lot of people. I'm fighting with them right now, and I'm gonna keep fighting with these people. But we need the doctrine of balance. We need it. And if we get the doctrine of balance, we can mess around and turn this season. But if we run up, I promise y'all this, if we run up on San Fran with this finesse style, we will get embarrassed again.
Yeah. Oh man. Boss and A.M.P. and Cowboy Nation. We used to Boss may find the next time we come up here, man, we used to have a keys to victory. And for the last 2 years, I always said have a physical presence to your offense. And I said about the amount of carries to just get a physical presence to your offense. To keep your offense on schedule. To keep the game in the tempo you want to keep it in. And every game that we go and we don't do that, we get blowed out. And it's a commitment. We talked about this for many years, commitment to running. But it's a commitment to keeping your team playing unity football. And boss, I didn't think about what you just said until you just said that about how that defense was got the team off the field with 2 field goals and didn't let the team score. And I said it was 20-3, and I said, man, this team they held in there. The defense bowled and held in there 2 possessions and got you to kick field goals to keep you in the game. And then the head coach kept just driving them out there with 3 and outs with less than a minute of holding the ball. And then he went for the 4th down and put their backs against the wall again. And then he left his quarterback out there where he knew the offense was one-dimensional and the offense was not going. And he left him out there to throw a 4th down play where everybody was getting after it. And he threw an interception and then he take him out of the game. That's a travesty to his team, man. And I know there's a lot of people out there that want to keep Mike McCarthy. I know a lot of people out there that want to be pass happy. But in this 2 weeks, me and Boss are going to come up with we're going to show you the stats and the games and the history of the Cowboys that shows you recent history. This is a formula for them to win and for your defense to play better. But other coaches can say it, but we said, if Shanahan says that, and he's been in 3 Super Bowls in the last 4 years, why we can't do that? Why we reinvent the wheel, man? So, like I said, man, stay strong, Cowboy Nation. Stay strong through these 2 weeks. Don't worry about it. I tell everybody like this, and I have learned this, Cowboy Nation. I don't worry about defending myself against the Cowboy haters. That's not the problem with me. I don't care if they talk trash. Only thing I'm cared about is we do the things we need to do to win. And I'm not going to take their stance just because I can try to keep them off my back. Because they're going to be on your back regardless. So just don't worry about them. Just worry about your team getting better and we trying to get to a Super Bowl. Don't worry about the haters. That's my final word.
Can't hear you, A.M.P.
Great God, Cowboys Nation. So we took an L in pure, unadulterated fashion. But if y'all love A.M.P, support A.M.P, y'all pray for me. But more importantly tonight, y'all pray for my wife. Because the wrath that she gonna feel from your boy tonight is gonna be something incredible. Now, getting to the team, it's time to sound the alarm. Cowboys Nation is not pleased with the product that's on the field. It's time for us to contact the BBB. No, not the Better Business Bureau, but it is time for us to bring boring back. But in actuality, bringing boring back ain't that boring. Because in a game where we actually finally ran for over 30 attempts, miraculously, it was the first game that Dak threw for over 300 yards this season. That's not by accident. In a game where you got away from what started working for you last week, thought we were about to gain some traction, like, okay, we figured something out. It was a breakthrough type game. Cowboys Nation got a little excited. We got a little giddy because we thought this was that turning of the corner. And we ran our ass right back around that same corner. Mike McCarthy, I expected better of you, sir. But at the same time, history shows us we should have expected that, sir. This is tragic. Because year after year, you watch this team acquire talent. Talent will leave here and get new deals and stuff, all kind of stuff. All pros, Pro Bowls, runner-up, should have been the winner of the MVP last year. Oh, we got talent. But Mike McCarthy, what are you doing with this groceries, sir? I'm not saying they're the best groceries in the world, but the meal it's not reflective of the groceries, sir. And because of that, unfortunately, on the offensive side of the ball, I think it's time for a new chef. One of my favorite movies is I Think I Love My Wife. And toward the end of the movie, Chris Tucker's character says he was trying to pick a fight with his wife. And for individuals who have been in a relationship, it's certain reasons you pick fights. Because he wanted her out. And one of the things he said to his wife is she had cooked them dinners, set it out, laid it for him. And he says, I'm sick of chicken. I'm sick of chicken. I'm out my mother clucking mine. And she said, well, baby, what do you want? He said, some duck. Cowboys Nation, I want some duck. Because this chicken we got on the stove, the shit dry. It don't have no flavor. It's practically jerky at this point. Mike McCarthy, we all expected better, sir. We expected better. Your players expected better. Mike Zimmer expected better. But we want to get better. I told y'all that earlier. I said, man, Boss is going ham.
Say, man, I'm fighting,
When
boy.
we
Y'all
got
better
off
listen.
the show,
Man,
look,
I'm
backstage,
fighting.
real talk. Backstage, real talk. I said, boy, I know Boss was
I'm
pissed
still
off.
fighting.
All I heard during the watch party was, y'all hear that? That's all I heard from Boss. The man is mad.
No, it ain't even
He
mad.
is upset.
No. I'm strategic. Listen,
I know you
if
are,
we
but
don't get the stat nerds, if we don't get
you
the
at war
pass
with
on
them.
first down, I gotta convert them. I gotta at least start this conversation. I'm gonna start inviting these dudes on the show.
You know what's you gotta match fire with fire. And we got 2 weeks. Look, A.M.P is gonna make. I'm gonna make a push to be the stat nerd. It's time for their ass to get checked. They constantly want to check what's on the field. But somebody needs to check them, because quite frankly, the way that they are trying to portray the narrative is wrong. And that's what's leading your team into the hole that we in right now. But again, as I was saying, we want Mike McCarthy to get better, but I don't know if he's got any more chances. You saw what didn't work with Kellen. You saw what worked with Kellen. You had a front row seat to watch the positives and the negatives. You took notes and you called him out. And then when you finally got in the seat and got the opportunity, you dropped the ball. He's no different than a guy who whispers in a young lady's ear and says, I could treat you better than him. And then when he get the opportunity, what does he do? He does worse than the guy before him. That's what you're witnessing right now. With roughly the same cast, we didn't do a lot of wholesale changes on offense. This pretty much looks like your offense from last year. Why do we not look as good? Because he's digressing. Because he's not doing the common sense thing to protect this team. But that's all right. One way or another, we're going to get better. And as I say, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. Until next time, Cowboys Nation, I know it's going to be a long 2 weeks, but y'all be blessed.
And again, the stream was brought to you by Bet US. Really appreciate Bet US again with the post-game recap, where you get 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. Y'all stay up. We gonna be back tomorrow, bringing you more content as I sleep on it. I appreciate you greatly, Coach and A.M.P. We out of here, man. Y'all stay up.
Hey, Boss.
Yo,
congratulations to Tony Pollard, man. He getting 20 carries a game and averaging 5 yards a carry, man. Congratulations, man, for getting out of Dallas.
you sure know how to piss in my yoga, Coach. You just, God, Coach. And you said that as I'm fighting these people over here. You can't get a running back touches. You can't, because the same people was calling running back. They was calling Tony Pollard watch last year. Man, I'm done. I give up.
BossCowboySports, where your voice matters.
Finesse at its finest.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Niggas hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, grand to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows, can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.